Hello there, fantastic seeing you. You look gorgeous as usual. I have a taco-shaped pillow. I know, my life is pretty fantastic. So I want to talk about two things today, and there'll probably be a bunch of tangents and non sequiturs within that, but one I get asked a lot is, how am I doing? So I figured I would address that one first. I am doing all right. I just started radiation treatment, which if you follow me on Twitter, you probably know about. But I did that, I've done 2 sessions so far, and I still have only 33 to go. Originally, I was only going to do 5 weeks, now I have to do 7 to 8 weeks. As you know, in November, I had my tumor removed, and then in December, I had a larger area of my leg removed. They wanted a wider margin, just to make sure that no cancer cells were still stuck around. And as it turned out, in between that 1 month, a new tumor had grown. So they cut out a tumor, and then within a month, a new one started to grow in the same place, which was not good. The kind of cancer I have is very aggressive. So it's actually technically a grade 3 sarcoma, which is, lucky me, the highest grade there is. But fear not, because I am a resilient little sucker, so we're doing more radiation than initially was said. But it's all right. I mean, it takes about 20 minutes. I have to do it 5 times a week. So Monday through Friday, it's like a job. You know, hopefully after this, then I'll be good. So that's the hope. So we'll see. So that's kind of the health update where I am right now. Things are pretty good. Legs healing okay. I still can't stand up for very long, which gets us into the next section. You know, I made a video about hanging out, and we did a thing with Deadpool, Michael and I here in LA, and then Kevin in New York, and it was really cool. We didn't tell anyone until the actual day of the event. At the event was that we were actually showing you the full movie of Deadpool, and then we had Ryan Reynolds, and we had Stan Lee, and it was really amazing, and I got to meet Stan Lee. There I am. Look at that stupid smile. Here's another photo of me stupidly smiling. This is Stan Lee. I was so excited. I mean, it's Stan Lee, for goodness sakes. That man is a legend, and he was crushing it. For 93 years old, walking around, he was doing better at walking than I was. And I got to meet a lot of amazing people who watch the videos that I create, which was fantastic. I stood for a little too long afterwards. My leg was super swollen and bleeding, but that's why we have painkillers. Okay, we're gonna be honest with each other. Here we go. Another weird thing about, I'm just gonna go back into the radiation stuff for a second. Another weird thing with that is the way that it works is you kind of lay on a board, and my leg is put into the kind of this cast, like this mold, and they actually tattooed little tracking dots on my leg. So I got some sweet new tats, and they put you in this room, and it's a really nice room. And it's very dimly lit, and there's like acoustic guitar music playing, the kind of music I imagine my parents would play at like business dinners. It's just very calming. And you lay there, and everyone leaves the room, which I always think is funny. And they leave you in this room because obviously there's radiation present. And you just sit there and think, that's it. And this machine just kind of slowly moves around my leg, so it'll hit a point, stay there. There's no sound, it just kind of stays there, then moves again. And to be honest, when I'm in there, and same thing happens when I'm in MRI machines, I just spend a lot of time thinking about death. But it's a thing that I have recently had to think about a lot. Like when I went into the hospital, I had to basically decide who was going to be the person who decides to pull the plug on me, basically. And you know, I had to create a will, which is something, I know I'm getting pretty old, but it's not something that I really thought I would have to make right now. And it's a thing that you think about, but it's more of an abstract idea. It's not something that you can really touch, that feels present. And that's been honestly, the weirdest thing is just this idea of death. And I know you're not supposed to think about it, I think positive, but it is a reality. Because we all know that we're all going to die at some point, but we generally aren't given these restrictions on how long our lives will be, which obviously I imagine I'll be here for a really long time bothering you, so fantastic for you. And you just realize that this tiny little tumor that was like the size of my thumb has so much value on your life, it determines your life. So you had to figure that out. What happens if you don't wake up after the surgery? And I had to talk to Vanessa and see if she was comfortable being the person who would decide if I lived or died. Which is a lot to ask somebody, by the way. Cancer is this weird thing where it's not set in stone. It's not like a flu where you know, okay, you know what? Drink a lot of liquids, take some medicine for about a week, and you'll be set. It's not like that. It's we think if we do X, then that will equal Y, but we're not entirely sure if that's what Y is. They don't really know. Nobody knows, and that's what's so scary about it. It's a thing that attacks you and attacks your body on a cellular level, and you can't really control it. So after I do 7 weeks of radiation, hopefully it's gone, but we don't know. But anyway, sorry. That was kind of a... I was gonna, I really wanted to end it on the Stan Lee thing, and then I just kind of got really depressing, and for that, I apologize. But it's the thing that I've been thinking about a lot. I mean, I think about it literally every day for at least 20 minutes while I sit there having my leg radiated. And it's kind of hard to not think about it. So that's that. 2 things, actually. Okay, we're gonna end with 2 happy things. Today is Michael Stevens' birthday, who you know from Vsauce 1, and also just my really good friend, and he just moved out to LA, and I'm so excited, and we're gonna celebrate today, but I want you, if you could, just, wish him a happy birthday, tweet at him, it's at TweetSauce, and just let him know that he's really cool, because he is really cool, and I mean, without Michael Stevens, I literally wouldn't be here doing this, probably, at least not at the level that I am doing it, so I am forever grateful for you, Michael, so thank you. The second thing is, my birthday is actually on Monday, so I'm gonna make another video to talk about that, not to be like, oh, Jake, it's your birthday, but I don't know, it's gonna be kind of a weird birthday. I'm working on a new jam for you. That will be ready for my birthday. That's gonna be my birthday present to you. So I'll see you on Monday. And remember, it is not goodbye. Oh no, it's never goodbye. It's...